Spirit really is not going to allow me to just make these fun little dance videos full of beautiful nature. Spirit wants me to do my job and actually speak to you about life and what it takes to move through, and just what I've experienced to maybe help someone else on this channel. So, the one thing that I've learned living on the road full time is self-control. I mean, that's the one thing you better learn, or else you're not going to last very long. So, over the years, I've had numerous circumstances where I was tested, where people very much crossed my boundaries and very much put me in a position to have to control myself. So, this video is so interesting because it's so synchronistic. We had just talked about this, you guys. If you just scroll back, there's a video called From Gaia, I Got Your Back. In that video, I explained to you exactly what you're going to see in this video. And it's even more synchronistic because the individual looks very similar. It's the universe's way of saying, hey, I want you to further explore this, and I'm going to give you an example, and let's go ahead and learn these lessons together. So I'm going to give you some context for this next clip. I'm sitting in a parking lot and I'm about to go rock climbing. This is it's like a trailhead, popular little area where people like to climb and hike and walk their dogs. Now I'm in my trailer because I'm getting dressed, and I notice there's two dogs standing outside my door. Now they're kind of cute and they're not really like bothering me, so I don't really say much. But then out of nowhere, this woman comes, and they're her dogs, and she starts coming up to my doorway and telling me something about a fire and how we're not allowed to have fires. And I exclaimed to that woman that I had no idea what she was talking about. I was not having any fire. I was there to rock climb. And mind you, she had already kind of raised her voice and was very annoyed with me and the situation. And she was telling me there's no camping, there's no fires. And I'm telling her I'm not here to camp. I'm not having a fire. I'm here to climb. On that level, you know, if we're gonna get into the realm of technicalities, ma'am, if you could just please put your dogs on a leash. They almost came into my trailer, and I have a big dog in here, and that could have been bad for both of us. And at that point, that's when you'll see what happens in the clip.
This is where everybody brings their dogs. You don't come to another place and act like this. You don't even belong here. I'm calling him right now.
Lady, you should put your dogs on a leash.
You know what? They're not required on a leash here. Knock it off. No, you knock it off. I'm calling. You're gonna, you know what? And they're gonna tell you to get out of here.
Give me my phone.
Get out of here.
Wow.
Yeah, you get out of here. You're not allowed.
You just took my property?
You know what? You're not allowed to be here.
Yes, we are.
No, you're not.
Look
There's
at your
no
dogs.
camping here.
So that's what most would call a Karen. And I'm not sure if I understand that term or not, but I believe it's given to any person, male or female, that is psychologically ill, very imbalanced in their behavior. It's like this very toxic, over-the-top type of narcissistic behavior. So what these types of individuals are teaching me, and in my own heart, I really do not hate this person. This person's in a lot of pain. I can feel an intense amount of illness psychologically in this individual, and it disturbs me, and I feel sad for her type of lifestyle that she's living, because this is not healthy. So for me, I don't let myself go down the road of hate. I look at this person and I see that she needs healing. And to be honest, I pray for her, because if anything, who knows what she could get into with that type of behavior in the future. You know, a lot of people are armed. I myself have learned to really just pull back in situations and to kind of monitor the person. A lot of times it's a demonic possession is what's really going on. This person does not have control over their vehicle. They don't have like a seat in their soul, so something else has taken over. And for me, it's very, like I said, it's disturbing to the point where I don't feel hate. I just feel a sadness and a need to pray for their healing. So another thing I wanted to express in this video are some tips to allow you to travel safely. And it's not just, you know, out here on the road randomly. It can happen anywhere. It can happen, you know, in your supermarket, in your neighborhood. And I think it's very important for us to have some safety tips. So number one is, when this type of individual comes into your energetic field, close down your chakras, close down your auric field. You don't want to take on any of their energy, because we're so sensitive. It's just pure toxicity, right? So what I do is I put sunglasses on, and I make sure that they don't have access to, you know, my soul, my energy. So automatically I knew this woman was not okay, and I started to do that energy work. I just shut down everything so that she doesn't have access to pull on anything energetically. And on that note, the second safety tip is doing the gray rock technique. That's another way to protect yourself emotionally, is to not feed them that energy. Just like you see like a rock laying on the ground, just become uninteresting, unemotional, non-reactive, and you'll see that that will be a really strong protection for you. And I would say number three is to never judge a book by its cover. I've seen some of the scariest, most dangerous people have some of the most non-assuming appearances. And I've learned to never judge the vehicle they're driving, the license plate they have. I mean, this woman, if I didn't know her, I could perceive her as a spiritual person based on her license plate. But I'm not like that. I know better, because I've learned that just because you're spiritual doesn't make you a good person. So that's a really good pointer, is to never think you know someone based off of what they look like. You know, it's kind of unfortunate that we live in this type of reality, but it's always good to be prepared and to be mindful. I would say the last little tip is to not be afraid to record. I'll be honest, I'm one of those people that I just like, I didn't want to have cell phones be the center of my world. Sometimes I would try to go weeks without having my phone. And those days are over for me, because I'm seeing that, yeah, we're in a world now where your phone can really help you. You can, like in this situation, you know, bust out your phone and just start recording, and that can be used legally. And it's just very clear, you know, for people that need to see that evidence. So, yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Until my next one, you take care. Peace.